Good morning, team, and welcome back to another school year here at Collegiate Prep Elementary. I'm truly excited to begin this year with each and every one of you, and as we come back together, I want to focus on two major school wide goals that will guide our work this year. So I invite you to have a seat and take some notes as to what we'll be doing to improve our school culture here at Collegiate Prep and review our goals as well. So the first thing that I want to get into is our community snapshot. So the first goal is to basically engage families that can help us strengthen learning in and out of school. The second goal is to promote inclusivity in learning and build a positive school culture that will make a difference and meet the needs of our students and families, whether that be in or out of school. And when looking at the community snapshot, you can see Collegiate offers many different, I'll say, alternatives to learning that could possibly promote student engagement in the classroom. We support our scholars, through community partnerships such as the Cedar Hill Food Pantry. We have Right at School, which helps us with tutoring after school academics, as well as the Cedar Hill Camp and Recreation Center, which also provides additional learning and instruction after and before school. We invest in our students using GT programs and advanced academic courses for college and career readiness. We are also an avid campus, which helps us engage more in our student learning and help them build from a traditional school setting to more of a college ready setting. We build very strong relationships with our families. We believe in very strong parent partnerships and communication as well. And if you look, we have over 40 plus educators and support staff that help our students thrive in the collegiate pathway, which is very important for their future. So these goals are not about improving test scores or checking off campus expectations. They're about building a school community where students and families can truly flourish. Human flourishes does mean a lot to me and our students that are growing academically, socially, and emotionally, which we prioritize to help students and families feel welcomed. And it's all about the purpose of our work. So, as we begin this year, I just want to again explain why these goals matter. I want us to remember that every interaction matters. The way we communicate with families matter, and the way we welcome the students into our classrooms also matter as well. We also got to be very critical and cautious about how we respond to student behavior as well as academics. We need to make sure that we're collaborating with our staff, and we need to make sure that the culture in our school remains one because we want to be one, not differentiate our culture in any way, shape, or form. And we want every student to feel supported. So, our community snapshot again gave us a clear picture of our values and virtues in character education, and I believe that it is very important that we understand respect, responsibility, safety, perseverance, and belonging, as well as service and high expectations. Are things that we can model to our students and families. Again, we cannot assume that any family is uninterested simply because they cannot attend an event during the school day or respond immediately to a message. We understand that these are people and people have lives that also matter outside of school. Again, it shows that we do value strong relationships and that we do try to meet goals that build stronger partnerships directly with our students. Okay. This is why knowing the community is very important. When we understand our families and their strengths, we can see that education does come first in many families' life, but it's more than education. It's about how the students obtain their education. So we use our data to make better decisions. Attendance data is very important. We have academic benchmark data as well as discipline and behavior trends that we look at with our admin and staff, as well as we do take community partners to help us break down this data and understand exactly how we can use it to make better decisions in our school and on our campus. We are a data driven school, and our teachers are data driven as well. So inclusivity relies on data, and we take every bit of data we can to make better decisions in the collegiate prep elementary pathway. We do have to understand technology support because we understand that not everyone has equal access to technology. We also understand that technology is the forefront of education in 2026. So, we have to provide technology support for families who need access. We are partnered with the Cedar Hill local library that can help students and families have technology access. And of course, we also help them with before and after school reflections, and we also schedule family events during reasonable hours that families can attend as well. We have to prioritize communicating with technology now because we are changing in the world of education, and I believe that's very important as well. So, here is a goal that we are basically looking to promote our human flourishing. Um, so, with these goals, the Goal One strategy and families as learning partners, we do have math and literacy nights here at Cedar Hill Collegiate Prep. We have academic glow nights, STEM nights, parent friendly learning demonstrations. We want to fully give back to our students and families to really engage in their academics and instruction, whether that be in the classroom or during an after school activity or event. We take home practice tools like manipulatives. We usually try to give grade levels such as third through fifth manipulatives to take home, whether that be base 10 blocks or if we have additional funding for other tools that they might need online, we will do that as well through their online academic programs. And we have student led stations as well. We prioritize our National Honor Society a lot, and we allow them to lead their own workstations during these type of nights to really show families that we are inclusive with our students. Teachers model certain things that students and families can take home, and we connect with them through resources. Our interventionists explain academic support, such as the STAR test, and how our academics are tied to the TEA and the Texas curriculum. The counselors, they share social and emotional resources for students who may need additional support behaviorally rather than academically. Another goal here with this strategy is strong communication systems. We create clear and consistent family communication through weekly newsletters that we send every Sunday that all staff are aware goes out on Sundays. We send frequent Parent Square updates. Progress reports are sent every third week of the marking period, which is very helpful. Um, our platform, Parent Square, is family friendly when it comes to families who may not speak English or a different language. Our program ensures that the families are receiving the communication they need in their home language. And we also have flexible communication options in case parents are not able to come to the school. We do prioritize phone calls or virtual phone calls as well, to where our families can still feel like we are here with them, whether that be virtually or in person. And we basically just transform whenever we need to. So, another strategy here would be our goal two, which is inclusive learning practices. So, I told you before, we do use data to make our decisions on our campus, and we identify those learning needs by using student data, and then our teachers then plan the small groups. And the good thing about our teachers who plan these small groups is they are working with our principals, assistant principals, interventionists, and counselors who help us identify these students and meet them where they are. We also provide accommodations and language supports to any students that need it, and we do identify those tools early on before the student arrives at the campus, and we monitor who is participating and who is being left out. The saying "no child left behind" does stick with us a lot, but we truly want to make sure that all students receive the same level of support and instruction that is needed to ensure that we can have them show growth. So, our support systems for creating a positive school culture. We do morning meetings every day. As the principal, we want to make sure, or principal as admin, I'll say, we want to make sure that we're constantly circling the school, meeting students, high fiving, greeting them. We have restorative conversations for our students who don't quite show the behavior that's expected. We do have our teachers go through restorative training, and we give them the restorative access they need to help these students really thrive. We have student leaderships opportunities, and we try our best to recognize the growth in character by hosting monthly attendance awards. We do AB Honor Roll awards every marking period. We try to make sure that students are being held accountable for their actions, not just with consequences, but academics as well. So students who are consistently meeting growth on their MAP test or district common assessments, we recognize those students maybe during their lunch period or a before school on the morning announcements, and we send them home with certificates to help them feel seen and supported. So, how does this promote human flourishing in our school? So we got to understand what human flourishing looks like. We want to make sure that all families and students feel welcome when they walk through our doors every day. We don't want no family or child, we do not want any family or child to feel left out or feel like they are unseen or their voice is not heard. We want them to feel connected to our vision and mission, and we want to make sure that character is taught through actions and not words. So, the things we promote to our students, we try to essentially promote them ourselves as the adults that are working on our campus. So, how do we communicate these goals and how do we move forward with knowing what we know now? So, we'll communicate by involving all participants in our stakeholder group with staff meetings, family newsletters, parent square messages, beginning a year vision rollout, which is super important in the month of August because we want to essentially plan around those gaps that we are for sure know we're going to have. And no school is perfect, no district is perfect, no school will run completely smooth all day, but we want to make sure that our plan is set forth to make sure that all students are safe and that their voices are being heard. We do have grade level coaching overviews. We make sure our teachers are coached with quarterly progress updates. Our teachers meet with us through PLCs every week to ensure that we are meeting students where they are. And again, we're calling to action here. We're not just saying it, but we're actually doing it to ensure that we are making some type of growth, not only as teachers, but as a campus as well. So, with that being said, I want to thank you for joining me on this presentation, and I hope that we promoted you to understand that the collegiate pathway is not about just academics, but it's mostly about creating a family environment to where everyone feels seen and heard at the same time. Thank you. I'm Christian James.